Why is the Federal Reserve expected to become more aggressive on future rate hikes? Also, what happened in the markets today? And Coinbase got hit with yet another lawsuit, plus some more regulations coming for cryptocurrency. Let's take a closer look. Hi, Bitcoin Rames here. Welcome to your channel. My goal is to bring you updates on Bitcoin and the world of finance through these short videos so you can stay level-headed during these uncertain times. So today S&P 500 closed just 6 points lower, Nasdaq 63 points lower, and Dow Jones 76 points higher. And as you can see this morning, most of the markets dipped down on the news about job growth numbers. Even though the numbers were actually a lot higher than expected for July, investors did get spooked, and I'll tell you why in just a bit. Here is CNBC's take on the payroll numbers.
Job growth, Carl, really surging in July. And to my mind, it counters this call that we slip into a recession. You just can't have a recession with this kind of job growth. And it also is bolstering the case, I think, for the Fed to continue with these pretty hefty rate hikes here. HFE writing just shortly after the number came out. These data only support the Fed's plans to continue with rate increases going forward. Market toying now with a 75 for September. Data suggests employment is responding to something other than the negative GDP numbers and is likely a struggle by employers just to get back to the level they were before the pandemic. And also this, what appears to be a secular decline in labor supply. So while the level of payroll employment for the first time surpasses the March 2020 level, key industries continue to run below where they were, and that's a source of a lot of hiring. Take a look. Education and health services adding a whopping 122,000. Could be some seasonal stuff in there, but it's still pretty strong. Leisure and hospitality still down 1.2 million workers from the pandemic, but adding 96,000. Construction still doing well despite what's going on in the housing market. And local education, they were down. They're still down some 300,000 jobs from where they would have been. Non-farm payrolls up 528, almost double the estimate. Unemployment rate ticking down, a tenth lower than the estimate. Average hourly earnings reflecting the tight labor market up 0.5%, and the revisions to the positive side. Participation rate coming down again. We're still seeing people affected in the numbers, by the way, by COVID. Fed Chair Powell and others, they've said they believe the job market could withstand sharp rate increases in this report. Well, it helps their case. The only question is whether the job market is proving too resilient to the Fed's medicine, and if that means more and heavier doses of rate hikes ahead.
I agree with CNBC on this. In fact, the sharp drop that we saw in the markets this morning, despite the excellent job growth numbers that came out, was because investors got worried that the Fed may become too hawkish. And I agree that the surprisingly high job growth numbers is a bit concerning because it shows a labor market that is running somewhat too hot, which then means the Fed will be more inclined to raise the rates. And of course, Bitcoin did the same thing this morning. This morning we had a sizable drop, and then throughout the day it actually worked its way back up. And at the current time it's trading around 23,265. And as we discussed yesterday, we are still in this channel that we've talked about in the past. And there is a healthy move back up to the upside today. So we had this consolidation period and then this nice move up. And as I mentioned before, this is a healthy consolidation as long as it starts moving back up by today or tomorrow, which it did make a nice move up today. So I would say so far it looks great for the upside momentum. Same thing for Ethereum. Look at this consolidation period, and then look at this beautiful move to the upside, coming right up to the 50-day SMA, trading at 1717 right now. And S&P 500, this is the SPY chart, is flirting around with the 200-day SMA line, the red line here. And as long as it can stay above this level and make a move to the upside, it looks great, and it should have a nice rally to the upside. So now let's talk about Coinbase. Coinbase have been running into a lot of trouble within the last few months. And today there's yet another lawsuit filed against Coinbase. It's a class action lawsuit that says Coinbase knew it listed digital assets which should have been registered with the SEC, and they weren't. Lawyers also argued that Coinbase held their users' digital assets knowing they could end up as property of a bankruptcy estate. I would think that's probably built in the fine prints when you sign up for Coinbase, but I don't think anybody reads that when they sign up. There's also another lawsuit against Coinbase that involves Dogecoin. Let's take a look.
Nick, just quickly, we have a headline that includes the words Coinbase, Supreme Court, and Dogecoin, which are just like three terms that I never thought I would see in one headline. Can you just break down what is going on with that?
Yeah, so it looks like a couple people are suing Coinbase for various issues that they've had. So one party is suing because he was scammed out of something like $31,000 because he fell for a PayPal representative scam issue. He's suing Coinbase for not assisting him in getting his funds back. Other parties are suing Coinbase because of a Dogecoin giveaway that they held, and they basically their claim that Coinbase was misleading them about the terms of the giveaway or the sweepstakes, and required them to spend money to participate when they didn't actually have to.
So Coinbase is in a lot of trouble these days. And if you have any money or crypto in Coinbase account, I would definitely take some caution. Now back to the markets and the S&P 500. As I mentioned before, the S&P 500 broke out of that channel that we were in for a while, and it has had a good momentum to the upside. There are many people out there that believe that we are actually in a new bull market and not just a short-term bear market rally. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think we're out of the woods? Are we in a new bull market? Or are we just in a short-term bear market rally? And now the news about more regulations in the crypto space. US lawmakers moved to clarify definition of brokers in a 2021 infrastructure law. Now, last year they tried to get this passed once already and it didn't happen. So we'll see if it will actually happen this year. Now, some people panic within the crypto space when they hear about any regulations for crypto, but I think it's the opposite. In order for crypto to get any more adoption, we first need enough regulations to keep all or most of the bad actors out of the crypto space. I mean, look at Luna and quite a few other crypto that just vanish overnight. And look at all these platforms getting sued one after another for wrongdoings, most of which are not regulated or not regulated enough. In fact, most of the time, regulations protect consumers, which would be you and I. Plus, we need the regulations so all these institutional investors that have been sitting on the sidelines to feel more comfortable and jump into the crypto world. And remember, Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrencies are relatively new assets of only about 12 years. Just imagine if the stock market didn't have enough regulation. So next time you hear about a new crypto regulation, just know that the end result will probably end up protecting you at some point in the future. Well, the good news is, if you're still watching this video, that means you're enjoying it. Please take a moment to smash the like button and subscribe, and please share this video with someone that you know that might benefit by it. This will help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm and push this video higher on the search list. Now, YouTube thinks you will enjoy the video on the right-hand side of your screen. Go ahead and click on it, and let's see if YouTube is right. Until next time, my friends, stay safe and enjoy every moment.